Former President Trump expected back in court today for his defamation trial brought by E. Jean Carroll. Mr. Trump now closer than ever, it appears, to securing his third consecutive GOP nomination for president. His opponent, Nikki Haley, on the campaign trail in her home state of South Carolina, trying to convince voters she can beat Mr. Trump. More on the race in just a moment. But first, Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu in Lower Manhattan outside the courthouse with what we expect to play out in court today. Janice?
Good morning, Mike. So this trial was actually only supposed to take 3 days, but here we are nearing the end of week 2, and Donald Trump is expected to take the witness stand today. That was supposed to happen on Monday, but of course there were delays, and he has been splitting his time between the courtroom and the campaign trail. So back to Monday, court was abruptly canceled because one of the jurors and one of Trump's attorneys were not feeling well. The trial has been adjourned since, and last week E. Jean Carroll took the stand, telling the courtroom the threats she dealt with after going public with the allegations that the former president sexually abused her in a department store dressing room in the 90s. Now, Trump denied those allegations back in 2019 on social media. At the time, of course, he was the president. And if and when the former president takes a stand today, there will be limits on what he is allowed to say. For instance, he will not be able to say Carroll made up those allegations or that those accusations were politically or financially motivated. Another jury already found Trump guilty of the sexual abuse and of defamation after she went public with those allegations. So this trial that's going on right now is only to determine if or how much additional money he owes Carroll for calling her a liar. And of course, Trump took to social media yesterday once again to criticize the judge in this case, the trial altogether, and once again accusing Carroll of lying about those allegations. Once he takes the stand today, he will not be able to make comments like that. Live